Okay. We've got the purple crayon. That's from the movie Harold and the Purple Crayon. It's a kid's movie, but it's awesome. And I want to tell you a little bit about that. And we have the shorts is Purple Rain by Prince. And we're ending friendships. We don't mean to cause any sorrow or pain, but we're moving on. We're moving up. We're getting rid of the old. So we're leaving people behind, people, places, and things. We're leaving it all behind. Okay. With Harold and the Purple Crayon, what was really cool about that movie is he had a purple crayon and he could make a spaceship with the purple crayon, and then the spaceship would appear. He did a lot of transportation, music, and keys. Okay, so those three things are very specific. We have transportation, music, and keys. And then the last thing I took from it was he only did good. When the crayon got in the wrong hands, then evil prevailed, and he had to figure out how to beat evil. And of course, he wins in the end. So I didn't spoil the movie, but I hope you guys watch it. It is a kid's movie, but it's an awesome movie. Great, great message. Harold and the Purple Crayon. And then, of course, Prince Purple Rain. That is the energy right now. It's an energy of, I told you that you had to leave that toxic situation. Well, you're doing it. You're actually doing it. You're leaving these toxic people, places, and things behind. And you don't have to do it all in one day, but you're doing it in your mind first. And then you're doing it in the physical. No fighting. No fighting. Hi, kitty. Are you out there? Hi. Hi. Is that Sabbath? Hi. No fighting. You're doing it first in your mind, and then you're doing it. Come on. No fighting. Come on. Oh. No fighting. Sabbath is outside. Go see Sabbath. Sorry about that. We have an outside visitor and somebody inside that wants to play fighting. Okay, so the point I'm trying to make is you're doing it first in your mind. You're saying, okay, these toxic situations have to go. And then you're being okay, I'm going to get rid of him, her, this, that, it, and you're doing it in your mind first. And that's a start. And then you're talking to us in Astro. You're talking to your guides. We've almost got all of the meetings done with me and Michael, St. Michael. And then we'll just go to a referral basis again. But right now, they want everybody to do a one-on-one with St. Michael and myself. Okay, so we're doing it. And that's the Purple Rain. That's the lyrics. There's not many lyrics, only a few. And then the music, that's what's going on right now. That's the kind of melody. Much better than yesterday's toxic energy, but that was that tower coming in and crashing and saying, you're done thinking about this shit. It's here, okay? So between the movie Harold and the Purple Crayon and the movie or the music Purple Rain, Prince, you got a lot right there to check out. Now I want to go over to the cards, because we've got the Queen of Hearts is our main energy. The Queen of Cups is the main energy. We want to do it in love. And I said with Harold and the Purple Crayon, it's the same thing. Anything can be used for good or bad. And when it got into the hands of the wrong person, it was bad. when it was in the hands of the right person, it was used for good. So that's very elementary. That's what everything is. The computer, rock and roll, signing contracts, being in relationships, jobs, everything can be used for good or bad. So we want the truth. We had the Queen of Hearts and the Queen of Spades. So we want to stay in love and only do love and truth. So love and truth is the main energy. And that's why that song and that movie is very relevant. Okay? Now, with the Five of Wands coming in, that's my challenge card. So it is challenging because it's a lot easier to say, I'm going to stay with my significant other because it would be way too uncomfortable and challenging to leave. So therefore, you let the Five of Wands win and you take that challenge and it keeps you in the toxicity. Where if you took that challenge and just said, I'm going to use my Queen of Hearts and my Queen of Spades power and move forward, you would get out of that toxic situation and you would defeat the challenge. Now, I'm an expert at getting through challenges because if I fail, I get back up and do it again, and I learn from my lessons. A lot of people will fail or fall and they will stay down. So the Eight of Swords is my anxiety card. Are you going to let the challenge, the Five of Wands, are you going to let that get you into an Eight of Swords energy of being down and staying down? Or are you going to pick yourself up by the bootstraps and live in the solution? There's a solution to everything. I was in a very abusive situation more than once, and I would go to social services. I would go to, before that, I went to my mom. You have to go sometimes to humbling places to get out of your situation. And a lot of you don't want to do that. Nobody wants to be too humble, right? I got this. Yeah, okay. Well, it's saying not to do it that way. It's to say, stay out of this Eight of Swords. You're going to have to go through the challenge. Six of Diamonds is my Six of Pentacles. And that's my equal give and take card. Because if you don't have equal give and take in a relationship, a job, a family, why are you doing it? Why are you all give and no take? The truth has to come out. It was in reverse. So it might have been upright on the shorts. I'm not sure, but I'm reading it as the truth is coming out little by little. Maybe you came home and you checked the checkbook and you finally find out that somebody is not doing what they were supposed to do with the money. Maybe you found something out about your relationship, your job. The truth is coming out. Doesn't matter if it's in reverse or upside down because it's coming out. Not all of it's out yet. You could still come home today and find out that now you're in a toxic situation. You weren't yesterday when I read it, but today you are. So these readings go hand in hand, but any of them are timeless. So anytime you click on my channel, you're going to get the right message from Spirit. The universe and Spirit know exactly what you need to hear. So just click on one and listen. Click on a shorts. Click on a video. They're not that long. Okay, we've got the Seven of Wands after the Five of Wands. So I do believe that you're going to ace this. And 7 and 5 is what? 12, okay, reduces to a 3. So I do believe you're going to get through these challenges because you're in a King of Swords energy. And the King of Swords energy is determined. You're already going through all these things in your head. You're playing them through and you're saying, yeah, this has got to go. Yeah, this has got to change. Even if you're just thinking right now and you're not putting it into action, I'm going to say that's still a big step forward but I wouldn't wait too long because the tower's already hit. And we've got the past, we're walking away from it, the Eight of Cups with the Six of Wands. So the 5, 6, and 7 of Wands just came out. It's a sequence, but since the 6 is in the middle, that's why I'm thinking that you're thinking about the challenges. You're thinking about the outcome first, and then I think you're going to put it into action with the 6. Okay, I feel like you're trying to figure this out first, which is fine. I don't always say that, but that's fine. You can think it through, but just remember that your thinking is limited, and where you're thinking one thing, it could really be way better and more magical and mystical if you wouldn't plan the outcome, if you would just let the outcome happen. And that's exactly what this card is saying. It's the Magic Joker card in reverse. So you're kind of putting too much thought into this. If I do this, then this will happen. And I'm kind of wishing that you would go more with the magic side of it and just try it and see what happens. If you just go forward with it and let everything just click with the universe helping you, instead of you being so, if I do this, this is going to happen scenarios, and the thinking about it, and the, if this happens, what am I going to do? You know, try to be more magical and get him back on that unicycle. Instead of thinking what's going to happen when I'm on the unicycle, just get on the unicycle and go. Okay, and then we're going to end with some top cards. We also had the 3 of Diamonds, which is the 3 of Pentacles. So that's just the end result. That's Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. That's Trinity. That's me telling you to lean on your magic power more than you're thinking, because the Father, Son, Holy Ghost power can come in if you just leave the results to God. Do the footwork, but leave the results to God. And it's also my community card, where you're doing projects and you're cutting people out and you're focused on your projects. Now, that's where I wanted to go into. We'll do one more card here, the 6 of Swords. So you are moving forward with all of that. So everything I just said backed up by this 6 of Spades, because you are moving forward with it. And then the top of the deck, I want to take 3 for the outcome. We've got the 4 of Wands. So now we've got the 4, 5, 6, and 7 of Wands. We've got the 3 of Swords with the 3 of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So we had 3 queens. Queen of Pentacles is about your abundance. Queen of Swords was about your truth. And the Queen of Cups that started this whole thing is about staying in love. All right. Then with the 4, the 2 3s, okay, don't let this break your heart. Don't go the wrong way. Don't stay in the toxic, and don't overthink this too much, because again, with magic, it's not logical. You see a guy pull a rabbit out of a hat, it's not logical, okay? 4 of Wands with the 5, 6, 7. We went from a 5 to a 6 to a 7, or whatever, however that came out, but it's all about emotions and equal give and take. I'm hearing, even though that's the 6 of Pentacles, I'm hearing it's all about emotions, equal give and take, and it's about your future. 4 of Wands is a card of celebration and marriage and all kinds of good things. So if you want that, you can't let a broken heart or a toxic situation keep you behind. So again, if you're going to do this, it's going to go good. You're going to have them 3 queens energy with the Ace of Swords and the King of Swords. If you're not going to do this correctly and you're going to stay in the toxin, you're just going to get a broken heart from it. Or I'm hearing a job where you just get fired at the end after staying and saying, I'm not going to leave because of comfort. And then you end up getting fired anyway. And it's just a big mess. I just see big messes everywhere. So I would just take the advice and do something, even if it leaves you to a point where, look what's in here. There's a card stuck in here. Page of Wands. So we were talking a lot about wands, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there's the Page of Wands. This is how we want our outcome. She's totally happy. Totally happy. So that card got stuck in this deck, so very significant, right? Very happy. And this card wants to come out, Soul Contract. So you just saw me trying to shuffle these, and I got a card from a different deck, the Page of Wands with the Soul Contract. And randomly at the bottom is right back to the Four of Wands, where I said celebration in marriage, or freedom from a job, freedom from a toxic family member. But whatever it is, that's the outcome. And she looks very, very happy there. He or she. Okay, so let's fulfill our soul contract is basically what it's saying. The music and the movie really say it all. And it's a lot about manifesting and using your imagination. And I put the Sharpie right there for you on the title. So all you have to do is reach in and grab it. I am Miss Mystic. Thank you for listening.